Alright, so this video is a bit of a response video. A couple of guys have asked what's a T04Z high stall shift kitted 1J like to drive around. So this is my IS200 with a JZX 110 or JZS 171 crown. That's the same series. It's like the series 2 of the VVTi 1J. It's got a T04Z high mount on it, 32 NB manifold for those of you playing with that game, a 3-inch exhaust, all custom stainless, Magnaflow muffler, Magnaflow resonator, 100 cell cat, 45mm external wastegate, plumbed in, custom front mount, piping, air intake with the airflow meter mounted in there as well, with a K&N pod filter basically. So yeah, it's running on the standard ECU. I've got a 7 and a 5 pound spring in the wastegate, so it runs at about 0.88 bar, around that area, just around 12 and a half pound most of the time. The gearbox, it's a 3000k stall converter, so 3000 RPM stall converter, done by MV Autos in Australia. They're a company in South Australia. They've also done one of their 1.5 stage shift kits through the valve body. Other than that, it's a standard box. Yeah, standard ECU, standard injectors, all of that sort of stuff. I haven't seen or heard boost cut yet, but you know, just to drive around in it every day, it's pretty ordinary. Like, it doesn't really do a hell of a lot. It just, you can just putter around in it. I'm in a bit of traffic, but you know, you can just putter around in it. Economy seems normal. It's not using excessive amounts of fuel or anything like that. So basically what everyone seems to do is a shift kitted valve body and put a turbo on, like a bigger turbo than the standard CT15, and go, it's shit, it's horrible, it's laggy as hell, it doesn't do this, it doesn't respond, it's horrible to drive on the street. Well, unfortunately, that's your converter. The converter doesn't flare enough. It doesn't give enough RPM to actually offset some of the lag of the bigger turbo. So hence why I've got a 3000 RPM stallie. It doesn't always flare. Like, I'm just accelerating away from the lights here normally. It's already in second gear. I'm across a set of lights. Third gear. I'm doing 40 k's an hour. It's purring at 2000 RPM. It's on fourth gear now, lock up in 60 k's an hour. So it just drives normally, really. There's nothing to really be concerned with. A lot of feedback I've heard, particularly around the JZX forums, is, oh, you can't put too much more than 2500. Yeah, it's gonna be horrible to drive on the street and all this. And well, it's not. It's awesome to drive on the street. When you actually want to give it a bit of curry, it flares. It's like a big clutch kick. It brings the RPM up enough so that the turbo actually spools and you actually get a fair bit. Like, I'm doing 60 k's an hour, put your foot down, kicks back, bang, we're on boost. So there's no issues with that whatsoever. You know, standstill, it's a lot better than what it used to be. Well, I can't really say what it used to be. I've never driven it without a stall converter. I basically did all of this, put the package into my IS200, and I've gone, this is awesome. So I don't know, I've driven a car with a JZX 100 with a standard stall converter and I think it might have been a T04B or something. I can't remember what it was, but it wasn't the standard turbo, and it wasn't the 3076, which everyone seems to favour. And it was horrible. Honestly, it was. The standard stall converter, you would accelerate, try and give it some curry in first gear, and you're 150 meters down the road before it actually wants to take off, because the stall converter doesn't let it bring it up onto the RPM, bring it up onto boost, and get into its happy place. So what I'm trying to say is that big stall converters on the street, no problems. When you're talking $4.5 grand converter on the street, yeah, it's probably a little on the big side, but honestly, don't be scared of a 3,000 or 3,500 converter that M&V do, because honestly, it's probably the best thing that I've heard can be done with a bigger turbo on a VVTi 1J. They do have small cams, not denying that. They have really small cams. For some reason I just stalled, but anyway. So basically, a stall converter, big turbo, not really a problem with the VVT. They have problems with response with manuals. You're obviously, with a manual, you're kind of stuck. You can't really wear your clutch. You don't really want to wear your clutch out just to bring it on boost. So, you know, big stall converter, auto, shift kit, beautiful to drive on the street, beautiful. Yeah, so that was just a short video of just a quick rundown of actually driving the car. Yeah, can't remember if there was anything else I needed to cover. Nope. Well, like, share, subscribe, enjoy. Any questions, any particular videos you want me to post up, just let me know. Comment in the videos or send me a message or something. I'm happy to help. This was my rundown in my IS200 VVTi 1J. Alright, enjoy guys.